Hi guys, it's River Girl here. So, we're in February. It's been a while since you've heard from me. I wanted to let you know why, where I've been the last year, what's been happening, and what's to come. So, where have I been? The last year has been really difficult for me. A lot of things have happened, some good, some not so good, some difficult, some happy, some sad. Part of that has been my traveling to the UK and Minecon, which has been absolutely incredible. But there have also been some very difficult things in my life, which I've had to balance. I don't bring my life to the internet, and the reason I don't is because I feel that the internet and gaming is a place for us all to escape. It's where I escape, it's where Neuro escapes, it's how we got into Minecraft, how we got into YouTube. And I think as adults and YouTubers, we owe it to our viewers not to bring all the weight that we carry to the internet, but to keep it a place where people can come and have fun and watch videos and escape for even just a few minutes of their life. So I haven't brought a lot of that to the internet. Some of that has led a lot of you to question things. Some of it has led to you thinking that maybe I'm hiding or not speaking out. So I just wanted to quickly speak on a few of those. First thing I want to talk about is my voice. I'm really sorry. The microphone is actually doing a really good job of picking me up. I keep looking over to make sure that the microphone's still picking things up. Basically, I've had 2 surgeries since December. One was a major abdominal surgery in December for some issues that I've been having for a long time that just needed to be taken care of. 4 weeks later, I had a second surgery called a thyroidectomy. Basically, they removed my thyroid, which sits right here in the front of your neck. Most people probably never know that it's there because you never have any issues. In my case, I've had a lot of issues my whole life. So they've routinely checked my thyroid. A couple months ago, I had a scan after having some issues. I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. Thyroid cancer was a lot for me to take on, not because it was the end of the world, but because my family struggles through so much. And I didn't want to put it out there because I wanted it to be something that we dealt with as a family first. Letting your kids know that you have cancer is not something you want to do over the internet. And it's something that I just felt that we needed to take care of and support each other first. I started putting some of the pictures up on my Instagram. You can go there and look. My Instagram is rivergirl21, same as my channel, same as my Twitter. And you can kind of follow what happens. But I was one of those few people that had some issues after surgery. That led to the nerves in my vocal cords being paralyzed. It also led to issues with breathing, speaking, swallowing, and talking. Basically what happened is there was some bleeding and some additional fluid that built up. You can see my scar pretty much goes from here to here. It's healing really well, but there's still a lot of swelling here in my neck, also up in here. Basically, my 10-day recovery time turned into 8 weeks. We're 4 weeks in and I'm struggling a lot, but I'm just taking every day, one day at a time, trying to stay positive. But that's basically the medical stuff that's been going on with me. A year ago, Daniel, our 8-year-old, was diagnosed with a tumor on his sciatic nerve. The sciatic nerve basically sits right behind your pelvis and controls the nerves to your lower extremities. Daniel has a tumor that's growing on his sciatic nerve. It's continued to grow, and it is considered malignant. That's been a lot for us to take on as a family. There's no cure for Daniel, and hearing his future has gotten more difficult, makes it even harder for us. Basically, we've spent the last year trying to contact surgeons who would take on Daniel's case. Unfortunately, we have some of the best surgeons already, but because of the specific location and the type of tumor and the rest of Daniel's medical needs, we haven't been able to find surgeons who are willing to take that on, who feel comfortable without causing greater damage to Daniel. We've finally found those surgeons and gotten our insurance company to allow us to see surgeons at Johns Hopkins University in Maryland, which is 6 hours away from our home by plane. We'll be seeing those surgeons in 2 weeks, and I'm hoping that they can consult us on the option of surgery. Surgery is not our only option. We really don't have many options at all, but we're exploring every one of them. Surgery is only one of those. Once we've gotten their opinion on the surgery, then we'll have a bit more information to decide where we want to go from there for Daniel. We've always made decisions based on Daniel's well-being and his quality of life, and we'll continue to do those. Being under the stress of all of Daniel's medical and my medical in the last year, there's some things that have happened that I've been involved with in the community. Some of you have felt that I've been hiding. Some of you felt that I didn't have the guts to speak up. Some of you have been angry with me for not speaking out. Some of you don't know what I'm talking about at all, which is great. For those of you who do, I just want to drop a bit of information there to let you know that that's not why I didn't speak out. The reason I chose not to speak out was because of all the issues that I've been going through personally. The medical issues with Daniel, the medical issues with myself. And in all honesty, the situation itself that I was involved in was very difficult for me. The person that was involved led me to believe things that were not true. They led me to believe that I could confide in them, that I could trust them, that they had my well-being in mind, that they cared about the things that I was going through and that they would be there for me. That turned out not to be true. For reasons that I don't quite understand still at sometimes. I have better days and I have worse days. But some of the things that have happened have kind of been alluded to in the community, through Twitter, through other people's videos. And I've stayed quiet not because I'm afraid of anybody, and not because I'm ashamed of anything that I've done. When you live in a situation like I've been in, when you deal with the stresses that I have in my life, and you've been through the things that I have, you do things that sometimes you wish you could take back. My way of dealing with things is to find people that I can confide in. I'm not a very trusting person, but when I do find somebody that I think that I can trust, I give them everything. I trust in them completely. I confide in them wholeheartedly. I give them my heart. I love them. I care about them. I believe in them. That's not always a good thing. And so it was very difficult for me to deal with. And I didn't feel that that was something you guys should have the burden of. So I chose to hold on to it until I was in a place where I could speak out. And that meant dealing with my medical concerns first. Hopefully after my recovery, I will be putting out a video. I'll be putting out several videos. Those videos are not meant to call anyone out. Those videos are not meant to rehash old problems. The things that I'll share with you in those videos are because I feel that as an adult, as a mother, as a YouTuber, as someone with a voice, that it's my responsibility to speak out. I know that some YouTubers spoke out vocally. Some YouTubers chose to stay quiet and hope that they didn't get pulled in. Some of you, some of those YouTubers, chose based on their audiences to be quiet and not expose their audience to the things that were happening. I do understand where those people are coming from, But I also feel that if it's done in the right way, it's important to let you guys know that you're not alone. It's important for you guys to realize that even at my age, with children who are teenagers, with children who are young, all of them on the internet, that when you're on the internet, it's not always a safe place to be. It's easy to become a victim of somebody who isn't who they say they are, who's looking for something that they shouldn't be looking for. I'm not calling myself a victim because I'm not a victim. I don't see myself as that. I'm a strong person, and I've been through a lot. I'm not a perfect person, and I don't claim to be perfect. But I can tell you the things that I've been through so that you guys know that you're not alone. And that there are people out there who will speak up. There are people out there who have your best interest in mind. And as a parent, I want you guys to share these things with your parents. Sometimes you do need to go back to your parents because they have information, they have support for you when you least expect it. So I'm not hiding. I'm not out there trying to make a statement. I have nothing to prove to anybody. I just want you to know that I'm not hiding. I will speak out when the time is right. I also want to say thank you to everyone who's been there for me. I lost a lot of people through the things that I've been through in the last year. But for those people who have stuck around, for those people who have believed in me and supported me, I just want to say thank you. A lot of you come from my TEI family, and I do call it a family because it's just that. If you're part of that family, you know what I mean. We stick up for each other. We're there for each other. Even if we don't always get along, we're a family. We can fight like brothers and sisters and still love each other and be there for each other. So thank you to all those people on TEI, to my TEI family who stood behind me, held up the server, given countless hours to make sure that we can push through in the times that I'm not around. And just to those of you who have checked on me when you knew that I needed someone to turn to. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for everyone who's been there for me. I promise you that I will speak out. I promise you that I'll show you that I'm strong and that you can be strong too. I'll be back to do videos and hopefully to torture Jag some more in Skyblock soon. Thank you guys so much for everything you've done for me, and I hope that I can return the favor for you. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.
Okay.